This recipe is called Zabaglione. It's very classic, simple dessert sauce that's made normally topped over fresh berries. But those of you that have ever made lemon curd or creme anglaise, we're going to use kind of the same technique for that. But let's first run through the ingredients here. Okay, and this is really simple. I have 12 egg yolks, okay, 3.5 ounces of sugar, and then 2/3 a cup or 6 ounces of Marcella wine. Okay, traditionally Zabaglione is served warm over a mix of these berries. However, it can also be made into a cold dessert sauce as well. Normally what we do is whip it until it's cold, fold in some sweet and heavy cream to that mixture. So I'm going to show you both along with a plating and presentation. But the first thing that we need to do is actually cook the egg yolks, and here's how we're going to do that. We're going to take all of our egg yolks, our sugar, and our Marcella wine, and after we get it lightly mixed, we need to cook this over a double boiler until it starts getting thick. Okay, I already have a double boiler set up. I'm just gonna move over to that so that I can start whipping it, and then through the stages we'll show you where it's at. I'm gonna reserve some of it warm, chill the rest of it down, and fold in my heavy cream to that, so that it gives it a little bit lighter, kind of almost mousse-like texture to it. And then I'm going to show you two different plate presentations, one being hot, one being cold. Okay, so like I said, I have my double boiler going here, and all I want to do is over a relatively low heat, just keep whisking this. What we're looking for on this is that when we do whisk, that our whisk does leave some ribbons in there. That shows that the egg yolk has been cooking. It's also starting to thicken quite a bit. Okay. We want to make sure that all the alcohol gets burnt off of that, and alcohol starts cooking at about 110 degrees. So we just want to whisk until all that alcohol has been released. We still have the flavor of the Marcella, the sugar, and then we also have the egg yolks that have been cooked. And again, we've done this over a water bath. We're not adding anything to this at all. So it is just about ready. And what I'm going to do is transfer some into a different container so that I can do my warm preparation, and then the other is actually going to go onto a water bath, ice bath, and continue to be whipped until it's cold, and then we'll go and head and fold in our heavy cream, and we'll have both of our dessert preparations together. So this is the warm Zabaglione that I set aside, that again I'm going to go ahead and do a plate presentation with that. I also went ahead and whipped the remainder of that over an ice bath. It has chilled down to the point where it's below 40 degrees. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and take and whisk in and fold in some of our sweetened whipped cream and make the mousse-like texture of this guy, and then we'll be ready for our plating and presentation. Okay, so for my first edition, I'm just gonna go ahead and add it and then just whisk it in. That's gonna help lighten the mixture and soften it a little bit so that I can get a better fold on my second edition of the heavy cream, and then we'll be ready for plating and presentation. And again, this one, since it is served cold, we can, after we get it made, stick it in the refrigerator, and then we'll have it at our disposal whenever we wish to use it. So I'm going to add in the rest of my cream here. So you can see just texturally from the color itself that the sauce has gotten softer. It's gotten a little bit lighter in comparison to this, that you can see that it's still kind of yellowish from the egg yolk that we had in it, whereas this one a little bit lighter, creamier in color, again lightened because of the whipped cream that we added to it. So now that we have both of the sauces made, we're going to go ahead and set up and do our final plate presentation, and we'll show you the finished plates of our Zabaglione. We're ready for our plating and presentation on the Zabaglione. Have all of my berries ready. I have a couple plates here, and we're just going to go ahead and get to it. So I'm not exactly sure why I chose these plates. I just kind of feel like I should be able to get something pretty nice looking in it, and you know, I'm not going to really do anything super fantastic here. Just kind of want to make sure that we can see like all of the different fruits that are going to be underneath of our Zabaglione. Let's try to keep everything in this nice little middle here. Same thing on this side. I just want to let a little bit of the strawberry peek out, and then we'll do the same thing with the other fruits that we're putting in it. And for these plates, I felt like they needed a little bit of something else on it. So I designed a quick little template here, and I have basically some strawberry powder. These are strawberries that we took, cut, dehydrated, and then I just pulverized them in the blender. So there's nothing really going on here except. Now with this strawberry, I just want to get kind of a little bit of color on here. So I'm just going to kind of lightly tap around the outside on this part of the plate. Okay, and on the other side of the plate, I have a mint dust that I'm going to sprinkle. And again, some of this is for color, some is obviously for flavor as well. Now that I have my plates decorated, I'm going to go ahead and add my Zabaglione to that. Okay, this one here is the one that we are serving warm. And again, all we're going to do is take and just lightly nap it over top of the fresh berries. Okay. And then this is the cold one. And you can see that it's a little bit lighter and fluffier. And again, we're going to do the same thing with that. Now, right, and here is our two Zabagliones. Like I said, this is the one that has been done warm. This is the one that has been done cold. And these are a great, simple, definitely very Italian finish to a meal.